Go.
All right, West Point Bridge design project. Engineer, myself. Company, Big Al's Bridges. So the design brief. The client company was Big Al's Bridges. The target consumer were firefighters trying to get across the Valley of Doom. Lead engineer was me. The firefighters need to cross the Valley of Doom to save a house full of golden retriever puppies from a dry fire. Big Al and his engineers need to make the best, Big Al and his engineers make the best bridges around. Although they are on a tight budget, they need to design a bridge that can get them safely across the dangerous passage. Do you want me to read the constraints?
No.
Next, bridge 1. So I did like a truss design right here, and then this is all the things for the bridge deck. I used steel carbon, and then for the rest of it I used hollow tubes. The whole thing I used quench tempered steel because it was really cheap, and then I didn't use any arches or supports or anything. So.
Was that excavated?
No. I went from 24 down to 20 on elevation, so
okay.
I don't think it had. Well, it might have. I'll go show the video. Go through it. It was as cheap as I can make it. So.
And how much did you say it was?
179,000. So for these ones here, I did about
On the sides there?
It says concrete. I mean, after just let it finish.
For these, it says 200, or I did 200 for the depth, but these two I had to bring it up to 220, so it would stay like strong enough. All of these I brought them all the way down to 65. Besides these 4, I could bring them all the way down to 60. I kind of like tweaked with them to bring them down as low as I could to make it cheap. Some of these outside ones I had to like do 85, and then going inwards I had to get thicker and thicker with these ones, and I got like these ones like went all the way up to like 120. So I just kind of tweaked as many as I could to get it as low as possible, and then that was the video. And then this is the second one. I kind of just made a bridge that just, I don't even know, it looked like a hat kind of, so I guess I made a hat bridge. And then it was all out of quench tempered steel and hollow tubes as well. Besides this, it was carbon, or no, not carbon. It wasn't hollow. There's a video of it. Are you talking about where it says high strength concrete? Is that what you're talking about? You can choose between, like when you're starting the bridge, you can choose
The first one,
medium and high
has the
strength.
criteria for the first one.
Oh, I asked him a second. I asked you about that.
So what was it? So in the first one, the criteria was what?
The criteria, like it showed what you need, what settings you need.
Yeah, but I asked you about it,
You
and you
couldn't
said you didn't
excavate or
care.
anything, and you couldn't. You had to use the 3 type materials for the first bridge. Most possible.
And you couldn't excavate?
You could. I'm pretty sure. Because for the second bridge, you do whatever you want.
Everybody else.
Yeah, but
He excavated.
I'll have to look at that.
Half of the people, the seniors excavated too.
Yeah, basically, I mean,
Everybody excavated.
I'll have to look at the criteria and constraints, because the criteria and the constraints are right there in the program, right?
Yeah. For the way to follow.
Yeah,
That's
it's in
it.
the
And
for the
it
bridge
says you
deck.
can't excavate?
No,
I didn't
just
see
remember-
that. No, it
no,
said
I
you
used
could
materials, I think, because you gotta go through certain settings, right? That's
You
what
could
I
only use 3 materials. It was the alloy.
Right, but I thought basically the
carbon.
criteria and constraints are just pretty much whatever is allowed in the program.
I don't know.
That's what I thought so.
Okay.
For the bridge deck, I used steel bars for a sturdy foundation, but for the rest of the bridge, I used hollow tubes. And then I kind of just explained what I did. I didn't use any suspensions or pillars, and then I just did a ton of test runs and tweaked them to get the depths as low as I could, or the dimensions as low as I could to make it as cheap as possible while still being functional. So
And what was the cheapest one you had?
179,000.
179. What was Will's?
180. So was the concrete a material?
No, when you're like choosing between the startup before you even make a bridge, you can choose between either the medium or the high strength concrete for the concrete deck. And it's just more expensive if you choose high strength, but it's cheaper if you choose medium and chose high strength. I didn't know that was part of it. You want me to do a whole thing?